Ryan Garca now joins us. Ryan, thanks so much for coming on and joining us. I have so many questions for you.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here and thankful for all of Locker Room Access's efforts so far. It's been made the quarantine so much better.
Yeah, I was going to say we saw your jersey collection for those that are going to be. We're going to do definitely. This is going to be a YouTube exclusive. There's no way we can show off jerseys in an audio format. As great as my horrible descriptions are of our photos, I can't imagine how that would roll. So let's just start off with that. Your jersey collection. How many do you have in total? Jersey shorts.
If we're talking about basketball game jerseys, I think I have 16 of them.
Wow.
For basketball, I have a few football here and there. I don't think any are game used. And then a pair of shorts. So I'm looking to the side, kind of looking at them. A few practice jerseys here and there, but as a huge fan, any chance I had to get one really growing up and through college would pounce on the opportunities to add them to the collection.
All of us are big fans. What made you think, oh wow, I'm gonna go get a jersey? I love gear. I'm gonna go try to grab. I love gear too.
I think it was. I mean, early on, and even now, probably going to change with the name, image, likeness legislation. But you couldn't buy the jersey with a player's name on the back. So I, somewhere around 7th, 8th grade, went to a camp. They were Pete Gillen's basketball camp at Graves Mountain Lodge. Amazing. They were selling some old gear just to campers. So really getting one had never crossed my mind before. Just thought, unavailable, never going to happen. And wound up getting one or two friends that went with me, got a couple. When they no longer wanted theirs, I kind of acquired theirs and just been on the lookout really to pick them up however I can. It's
right. Maybe show us the first one you ever got. Let's start there.
I think the first one I got was, let's make sure the Curtis Staples.
Wow. That's so cool.
It's signed. I took this to the last bowl at U-Haul and just waited around to see if I could find Curtis Staples walking from the queue into U-Haul. And I found him and I asked him to sign it. And he was like, oh man, I really want this one. Like, can I have this? And it was, I'm not sure if it was wife, girlfriend, sister, the lady was with him and just said, Curtis, you have enough of these at home. Like, sign this kid's jersey. Which I just thought was kind of funny. If he beat me up for it, I probably would have given it to him. But I'm glad that his friend was with him, talked him out of it.
So which one is that one? Is it the mesh one or is it a satin finish? Is it
satin finish? Non-mesh. Oh, nice. I'm not sure. Do they wear mesh in the 94, 95?
Yeah,
4 years.
I guess they didn't. I want to say that was the first year. No, 93 was the first year of satin ones.
And then I've got one more Staples. Oh, these orange ones are just absolute fire.
Oh my God, the orange one is amazing. Fresh is got to find his. That's the satin one.
I mean, I know there's been a lot of to do about the new logos, new jerseys, script.
Right.
I love how simple these things are. Like,
yeah.
The font isn't unique to Virginia, but it's just to me, maybe not the orange, but it fits with the Tony Bennett style of simple, classy. Just get to business.
That's pretty cool. And so the first two you picked up were at a Pete Gillen camp, and they were both Curtis Staples ones, or just one of them?
I got one there, and then I got another one a few years later. Can't remember exact. Well, I probably got the second one early in college, so that would have been 2004, 2005. Added to it.
And which one was that one?
I think the white one I got second. Maybe I have too many. I've lost some of the details on exactly which one I got where, or lost to the sands of time. I knew another one I got at the camp was Courtney Alexander.
Very cool.
I feel like I need to keep them and not damage them, keep them safe. But this is the one of my older ones that I'll wear to a game on occasion.
That's
How
cool.
much did that one cost?
I think at the camp they were like $25. But this was, my math's not good. Before, this was like 99-ish.
Okay.
And I guess the demand was lower, or kind of a nice thing that they did for middle school age campers at that point too. Probably, I think I got my first 3 there.
And then so maybe walk us through your next few.
Okay, well, I'll stay in that era. So, I guess side note, when I wear this Courtney one, everyone confuses it with Corey Alexander.
Right.
Different player.
Different
Super-
number. Different
super
player, different number.
talented.
Crazy talented. Mark, do you remember Courtney Alexander at all? Like, no.
I don't.
His jump shot, he got so high on it. And he was just,
I remember the name, so there was always a little bit of confusion.
Yeah.
Between Courtney and Corey.
And there's also Chris Alexander. We had 3 Alexanders on at once, as weird as that was.
Thanks for confusing me even more.
Yes.
He was like a 45+% 3-point shooter. I think our leading scorer the year before he had to go, and really
Courtney, are you referring to right now?
Courtney, having him leave hurt us. Was it Staples' junior year?
Yeah, Willie's second year.
So much talent on that team.
Yeah, chemistry was an issue, and then he got like he got a domestic abuse charge right after Melvin Whitaker slashed. So like that was like the end of the Jeff Jones era, man.
The Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, we were.
I think staying in that era, have the Norman Nolan jersey.
Oh, very cool.
The signature's bad, but I was able to get him to sign it at the 2016 ACC tournament when he was the legend.
Yeah, that's right.
He was awesome. They had just a UVA alumni kind of gathering at the hotel, and I got him to sign it. And you could just tell that he was like amazed that someone had his jersey and brought it there. And then there was a little happy hour afterwards, and me and my good friend that I go to most games with were just standing at a table kind of by ourselves having a drink, and Norman and his wife come up and just start chatting more about that time at UVA and at the school, how nice he was, and just the pride that I guess a lot of former athletes have, and just going to UVA and that community, reliving the good old days.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on as a guest very soon.
Very excited to listen to that one.
Ty, can you hear me? Ty, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're doing a podcast on jerseys right now with a gentleman named Ryan Garca, right, who's got a ton of jerseys and a bunch of other gear and practice gear. T-Dubs and Ryan and I are on the Zoom call.
Hi, Ty.
This is on YouTube. So Ryan, just say hello. How many jerseys do you get a year?
In terms of how many game jerseys do we have, you mean?
Yes, per year.
So we have this year, we have 4 different jerseys, and honestly, they might have like unlimited of each colorway, because like if you jersey swap or a jersey rips all the time, they just have extras just ready.
Did they give you any when you left?
Well, we didn't finish the year yet.
I'm talking about for UVA. Sorry, last year.
Oh, UVA. We probably had less than most colleges. I think we only wore, I think, 2 different jerseys, a white and a blue. And they gave us, I want to say they gave us 3 jerseys when I left.
And what about during the tournament? Did you get any new ones?
No, we just put a patch on them, I think.
Very cool.
Awesome. So what is Ty's jersey collection of his playing days look like? You keep a bunch?
I'm sorry?
What does your jersey collection look like? I have 2 of them.
You have 2 Virginia ones, right? I actually have a lot from high school, all the different camps I went to, and all-star games I played in. I have a lot of, I kept a lot of those jerseys from the different Nike camps and NBA Top 100 camp and stuff like that when I was in high school. So I have a few of those saved up. I have all my UVA jerseys that they gave me. I got a DeAndre Hunter Atlanta Hawks jersey now. And I'm going to probably start a jersey swap, probably start a collection maybe next year, next NBA season, of getting all guys that I'm close to, trying to get all their jerseys too after games, stuff like that.
Awesome.
Can you? I don't know if I have the one behind me. I think is signed, but I need a few others signed. You think you can make that happen for me?
I'll see what I could do.
He knows a guy.
Ryan has requested a Phoenix Suns practice jersey.
I definitely can get you one of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
100 of those.
Amazing. He's going on my Mount Rushmore.
That's funny. All right, Bubs. I will. I'll call you in a little while.
All right, sounds good.
All right, love you.
All right,
Bye.
There you go. That was what you wanted to know, right? Before we
Bubble.
started. In the bubble.
You should have asked.
What's that?
About the bubble.
Oh.
What bubble question do you have? I'll text them.
The jersey thing is they have special jerseys for the bubble, right? That Black Lives Matter, and you get, I don't know what the choices were, but I don't know if he did that.
Yeah, I didn't ask him yet. I'll ask him.
All right, look, Phil is about to join. We're just gonna pack you with a bunch of guests, Ryan.
Oh no, this is great. Adds good flow to the podcast. Y'all are professionals at it at this point.
We can always post edit our stupid comments and curse words, which we never do. That was a joke. I never edit out. I never edit out fresh curse words. We'll have him join. So maybe walk us through the next. What about that the one that you had with the V's on the collars?
Pair of shorts.
Oh, it's just the one pair of shorts. Okay.
Oh, those are cool.
That piping, not sure what you would call it. It's just awesome. The V's and the A's.
Who is that? Reebok?
Yeah, that's Reebok.
Football did style column around that time too, the Tiki Barber era. But
yeah, that's actually what it was made from. So the history behind that one is we were Reebok football, and Thomas Jones in that era had that piping on their football jerseys, and I think one of the basketball coaches mentioned they really liked those, and they made that one. So they started making an ode to football on basketball, which was really cool. So that was the first time I'd seen it for UVA actually do that. And then later we switched, the V Sabres, and that was originally just a football design. What's up, Phil?
What's up?
We got Ryan here. Ryan's a huge. So Phil works at Panini. He's our definitely our card and memorabilia expert. But Ryan's got a whole bunch of old school UVA game jerseys, and we're just walking through it and talking about jersey collections.
Awesome.
Maybe go back and show him that last one, that the Curtis Staples one.
Man, here's the.
Look at that.
Staples. Just so simple, elegant. Love these jerseys.
And then the blue one was what, Norman Nolan?
I'm gonna want some of those. TW, you probably want some of them too, don't you?
Yeah, seriously. And then Maybe walk us through your next few. You had so far we've seen the Curtis and the Norman and the Courtney Alexander. What is the next one on your list? I don't know what kind of order you want to go into in date of acquisition, or if you want to go in year of school.
Go with playing career days, and
Sure.
need to go back a year before Curtis, but Ty Jerome and Harold Dean are probably tied for my favorite UVA player.
Oh, that's cool. We had Harold Dean on as a guest not too long ago.
I mean, that was awesome. Amazing podcast with Harold, but actually wound up getting two of these that probably got in the early mid to late 2000, 2010. But man, Harold's awesome. So cool having him on the podcast.
Yeah, that was amazing.
How'd you find those?
And then after that, I guess the last kind of one there was Courtney Alexander. Then go good few years ahead to TJ Bannister.
Right, I remember TJ Bannister. So were these still camp acquisitions at this point, or were these randomly?
This was just random acquisition. I love the TJ because he's not that tall, so I can wear it. It doesn't look
ridiculous. Yeah.
So this is another one that I'll dust out for a game or two. But yeah, I probably got this in 2005, 6, 7 time. Actually, no, it would have been, I think, in probably 2010 or later.
So here, question for you, Phil. When Panini does these game jersey patches on the things, how often do they actually do college game jerseys cut up? Or are they replicas?
College jerseys, not very often. I mean, as you see behind Mark, the game jerseys go to the family and to the players and stuff, so we don't really get the game jerseys. Yeah, they want to keep their jerseys. So like with like the Ty Jerome cards we made this year, he would just try on a jersey. Like, so we had the replica UVA jerseys that he tried on, and then we take them and cut them up, and like we try and put as many authentic patches on them as we can.
Cool.
But sometimes it's hard to get like the exact ones that they wear and the exact style. So we try to make it as close as possible. And then
that's cool.
So yeah, because the players want to keep their jerseys. They want, especially now, the jersey swaps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they want to trade their jerseys. Even in the NBA, we do get we have a deal with the NBA to get a lot of NBA game worn jerseys from them. So we get those, but the college ones are impossible to get because the players want to hold on to them.
They're not cutting up college jerseys.
No, not cutting up college jerseys. Because I mean, then the history behind a lot of the jerseys too. Like, I would if we ever got like a national champion Virginia jersey and cut it up, I'd cry. So like, you'd never do something like that. So, but yeah, I think we still try and get the game worn college jerseys, especially for like the older guys, like the legends and stuff like that, to try and make like older patch cards of maybe like a Ralph Sampson or something like that. But even those are impossible to find as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think we're always looking for game jerseys as much as possible. But the newer guys, it's hard.
Super tough.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Sometimes the deals include game worn jerseys, like from players. Like Emmitt Smith has kept almost all of his game worn jerseys. He knew there was value in them. So when we get a deal with Emmitt Smith, it like includes a game worn jersey with the deal and things like that. So like to try and keep the game worn stuff going instead of the player worn, because it can get really expensive and really hard to find because everyone wants one.
Yeah.
How long have you been at Panini, Phil? That's just interesting.
Yeah,
How one stumbles into that?
No, I've been there for 3 years now, 3+ years. I'm in Charlottesville right now, working remotely, obviously because of the COVID thing. But actually, Justin Anderson helped me get my foot in the door there. I was friends with him in college through Cody and all the guys that do the locker room access stuff. And he helped me. Like, I originally started working. I was working at Cavalier Cards in Charlottesville. I don't know if you've ever been there. Yeah, they sponsored the team set. Yeah, so I started working out there right out of high school. And then I always loved cards and autographs and collecting autographs and all that kind of stuff. And so it was one of my passions. So it was like an easy fit. And Justin helped me get my foot in the door there. And they actually had just got a spot open on the product development team when I went in to visit, because I was actually Justin got me to come to Dallas to help him move. He said it was just to hang out, and I show up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm moving apartments." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So you didn't want to hang out with me. You wanted me to help you move, like, to the new apartment." So I helped him move, and then we went and, like, visited everyone at Panini, and then ended up getting a job there, and I've been working there for 3+ years now. So.
Do you get to go to Jersey when they play in the art rookie training program?
I actually work on the football team, so I do the same thing with the NFL, and we have it out in LA. And we didn't have it this year, obviously, because of all the COVID stuff. But yeah, so I go out to LA with that every year, which is it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work because we have to get a ton of autographs. I'm sure Pies told you it was a beatdown. They sit there and sign autographs for hours and hours and hours.
Really?
On their
I don't feel badly for them. They get paid a lot of money to sign autographs. Like, they should all be grateful.
Yeah. Then almost all of them are. They all sit there and do it, like, because then they'll be complaining. They'll be like, just think every time you scribble on there, you're getting paid X number of dollars. So, like, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. So, and they keep doing it. So it gets tricky when it's during the season and we keep sending them stuff as they're supposed to be, like, playing and stuff, and, like, you know, going to practice and it's like, oh, here's another box of Panini cards you have to sign, and they're like, oh, again. But
so, Phil, do you remember those what were they called? The spring sales where they would do the jersey things?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan was talking about how did you go to them, or did you hear of them, or how did it work?
Yeah, I guess just a fan had heard of them. I was living in Charlotte, a little too far away to get there at 6 or 7 a.m. I think when the lines started. People camping out, so I never went, but you know, a month or two after, you'd see, you know, eBay just filled with some guy that bought, you know, 50 jerseys or 50 helmets. But it seems like they thankfully kind of cut down on that and have a limit, so, you know, everybody has an opportunity to.
Phil got a few of those, right? Phil, you got some.
Yeah, I would get there pretty early. I didn't have when I was back then, I didn't have the cash flow to buy 50 jerseys or 50 helmets or anything like that. And a lot of times I would buy stuff that I would want to keep. But like I was
gonna say, what's the best one you have, J.R. Reynolds?
Yeah, that probably was my best find. And then I've got a really sweet hardwood. It's not here. It's in Texas, but hardwood classic. It's not a UVA jersey, but it's a Mike Scott, the throwback Hawks jersey.
That's sweet.
That was awesome. I bought that like when Mike was just hardly playing after, you know, his second year in the league, but he played in that game like 8-9 minutes and had a couple points. So I was like, oh, I need that. I've had it ever since. So I've got a couple, not an amazing amount, but I've got some that I'll have.
So Phil got me one. I remember it's Taylor. I think it's Taylor Barnett, but it's a sweet looking jersey. Like the back of it has like the Wahoos and everything. Mm-hmm. It's pretty nice from the spring sale.
I would buy a bunch of. I like the baseball ones that they have to wear. So I have a couple of baseball ones that I wear. I've still got a couple. I think I have a Nathan Kirby that I still have, because obviously that's just, you know, UVA legend there. And then a Danny Holtzen was my favorite find, because that's one of my all-time favorite Virginia players. So the Danny Holtzen jersey, that's probably arguably the best Virginia baseball player ever. So that one will be
on
with
the
me
list.
I agree that as a grown man, it's easier to wear the baseball jersey around.
Sure.
It's just like it fits a little better.
Yeah.
Why? Because buttons?
Yeah, the way. Yeah,
the sleeve, the way it fits.
I agree. I just don't know why. I mean,
have you seen a grown ass man wearing a basketball jersey with no shirt underneath? It's like,
yes,
it looks ridiculous.
It does. It can.
You gotta throw it over a hoodie. You gotta put it over a hoodie or something. You gotta put it over something to make it like at least presentable. Otherwise, you look crazy.
Oh, I wear it with the collared shirt to just.
Yeah.
It's dressed up, but you're wearing the jersey, so it's casual.
Yeah, I like that.
If I'm going basketball.
It looks like you just found it. You're coming off work. Somebody gave it to you, and you put it on.
Yeah, sporting.
Yeah, I like it.
And the game cut football jerseys are they're too thin, and then they have the ruffled shoulders, and then actually I don't know how those like 350-pound 6'8" linemen get into those jerseys. They
need help.
That's why you see a lot of guys that cut them off themselves in their game used jersey, and they sell them and it's been cut in half because they couldn't get it off. They had to cut the jersey off them. So those are the ones we. we like to buy those football jerseys where they cut them off, so then they're already starting to get cut up, so then we can cut them up and put them into cards since they're already ruined.
That's awesome. All right, let's get back to your collection. What's the next one you got on your list?
Oh, now fan favorite Jason Kane.
Wow, that's sick.
I made a little mistake on this. Actually, a friend recommended maybe a tailor, somebody that does alterations in Charlotte, to just get it shortened a little bit. It was my first one. I'll never do it again, but they wound up shortening it just a little too much. But it was a humbling experience going into a alterations place where there's women getting their wedding dresses altered for the most important day of their lives, and I'm just talking to the person being like, yeah, this is my jersey. It's 6 feet long.
It's a little long.
Can you alter it for me? Felt a little out of place with all the brides in there, but.
So wait, can we see the front of that? What's on the collar of that jersey? Is it the saber, the V sabers? Is it?
Let's see.
Yeah, it is.
Sabers,
okay.
And then it's got the Wilson tag.
Interesting. Before we went to Nike, obviously.
The equipment manager for UVA, he's on Twitter. I know there was, when I first posted all the photos, there was some back and forth about whether it was and one or not, and he confirmed that it's not and one. Just for Twitter conversations.
Nice.
That was a gap here.
The and one. Do you have any of the and one jerseys? I don't want to get ahead of us. Let's just show us your next one.
Next one could be. It's definitely one of the best. We're going to mesh now. J.R. Reynolds.
There we go. All right. Our previous podcast guest.
Pride. Super sharp jersey. And I like the mesh a little more than what did you call it? The satin?
Yeah. Yeah, the satin.
Just more breathable. Better
and that one is Nike, or is it Wilson? It's Wilson.
Nike.
That one's Nike. Okay. That might have been, I don't know. Well, I wonder which year that was. Is it saying on there? Was that the opening of JPJ that year? Might have been.
That's a great point. I may need to do some research on that one. Although in the podcast, cool. he didn't start that game.
He did not start that game.
Brutal. Going on similar to or overlapping with the JR era. Have
nice.
Joseph.
That's a cool one.
Not sure why, but I think that's a Nike swoosh or with the black patches for. No idea why. Why that's on there.
Maybe there was a death of some kind that they were honoring. Maybe.
Yeah, it could be. Definitely need to. Just noticing that now. Need to do some research.
Do you have any idea why they would have a black patch over the Nike swoosh, Phil?
All the ACC teams had the black patch after the Virginia Tech stuff. They put it on every jersey.
Ah, there you go.
For every sport. It's just like black thin stripe. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Is it just the black little thin? Yeah, I'm pretty sure every ACC school had that on every jersey for that whole year.
You're a jersey expert.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, if I remember correctly.
It sounds right.
That's the same time frame.
Adrian Joseph.
Yeah, that sounds about right at the same time. Could be wrong though.
And I go to another favorite, Lars Mikalauskas.
Nice.
Father's family's from Lithuania, so is Lars. It was good. He was a fan favorite, but one of mine as well.
Blue Ridge. Well, he went to Blue Ridge, right?
Yes.
Blue Ridge, another number 11.
I have a second Lars as well.
Oh wow, you went all in on Lars. Okay.
I mean, that's the one. If I'll wear it to a game, I seem to get the most comments. Just walking around, like people remember Lars. He's unusual. I think people know that you're not getting a custom-made Lars jersey. It's probably
right. Lars Mikalauskas. I don't know why he was such a fan favorite. Just the energy he brought, I guess, at the time. We were lacking. I don't know.
I don't want to say unskilled, but I mean, he was an effort.
Relatable. Yeah. Blue collar, relatable kid.
Scrappy. go to Jameel Tucker.
Jameel Tucker. I like it. He was a lethal from 3-point shooter for his height.
I love the orange ones because Tony doesn't let us do the orange. He just likes the blue and white.
Yeah, that's the last time we wore orange, I believe.
Yeah. He doesn't like to do all the crazy colors or anything like that.
I respect that. Whatever we're doing, if we're winning, that
Yeah, you can't argue with it.
Yeah. The results speak for themselves. You know what I love about that era was the warm-up. That was gray and orange. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Those were amazing. They were just like gray long sleeve mesh. I don't even know if they're called tees or what, but they were sick. And they had the armpit was orange underneath, and they had the V saber in the middle. I don't know. Did you by chance get any of those or no?
No, on one of the recent podcasts, somebody was talking about like a velour warm-up suit.
Yes,
or
Devin Smith. Suit. Yeah. Devin Smith talked about that, and he gave it to his dad.
That I've never seen one of those. I don't know that I'd wear one. Would love to see somebody walk around Charlottesville or National Final Four wearing that thing.
I might have to bring him back. Any N1 jerseys in there? Are we getting to that? Are we getting close? No, we already passed the N1.
Yeah, we passed the N1 era. Next one. My only white mesh, I think, got Andy Burns.
Andy Burns. Shout out Andy Burns.
One of the best hair.
Yeah, absolutely. It was all hair team for sure. We snubbed him on our poorly crafted best hair in UVA history.
Was he was a preferred walk-on, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Fans eat that up.
He's also the one who poked J.R. Reynolds' eye. So shout out to him for that.
Let's see. Ooh. Now we have Jeff Jones. Not,
the other
not
Jeff
former
Jones.
Coach and not his son, but I think he was like 08 to 10.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, he did from Philly, right? He was from Philly.
Yeah, I think outside of Philly, like a great player.
He was great. He was awesome. He shouldn't have left. I was bummed when he transferred, but
super hot freshman year, and then he was one that felt like kind of got away. Or as a fan, you were bummed.
He had a nice looking jump shot, like a Ray Allen-esque almost in terms of form, or Rashard Lewis maybe. Maybe I'm mixing them up. He had that like high release, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong.
And then that sounds right. And then let's see, this may be the last one. Another guy that was tough, he left early, but Sylvan Landisberg.
Oh, that's cool. New York, Holy Cross, legend, McDonald's All-American.
Now with Malcolm's 15 retired, won't be seeing those around anymore.
That is sick. I like that.
And then this is another sweet jersey. I don't think it was game used, but it looks like a team issued. It's just that awesome script.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I feel like it could be the Jason Rogers type era, but no name on the back.
No name on the back.
I will go to my grave. Promote font. It's just.
Yeah, people love those, right?
Yeah, that piping is so cool.
By the way, that's the first time I just realized those are V's. I had no idea.
V's and A's.
Yeah, I had no idea just seeing them from a distance. I've never seen it close on that one.
That's awesome.
I guess not in the not authentic or whatnot, but the recently released 1999 Virginia 94-95 throwbacks with the pockets.
I like that.
Which is key for me because walking around town, I thought about taking shorts to the alteration place to see if they could put pockets in a athletic short. I've never
Gotta
done
have shorts.
Always wondered.
You need zippers on them. That's the next step.
Yep.
Yeah, lose all your shit in 2 seconds. The first time you sit down.
I can get up here for a second.
It's hot out here.
Is it?
Yeah, steamy.
You know Phil, Doug Smith, Phil, Lindenbaum.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, what's up, man? Hold on, I don't see you.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's up, dude? No, it's my fault. It's my phone. How you doing?
I'm good.
What's up? Where are you?
I'm in Charlottesville.
Nice.
This is one of my favorites, not UVA, but from the TBT tournament, Philly Patriots.
Oh, nice. Ryan
Pettinella.
Cool.
That's sick.
Pretty awesome.
That's cool.
He works on Wall Street now, does he? You know him fresh? Pettinella?
No, where is he from? What's he? I don't know who it is.
He's from Philly, but I think he works on Wall Street now. UVA alum.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He transferred in, I think.
Got it.
So he was like, I think he played 2 years at UVA with Sean Singletary and Lars.
Adrian Joseph.
You weren't there. You weren't there then, so in the States, I mean.
Yeah.
Going back in time, but a Curtis Staples practice jersey.
Yeah, those are great.
Wow, that's cool.
I love the practice jerseys. I gave all my shit away, which was dumb. I don't have any of this stuff.
Pure point guard, passing off to others. That's fair.
Yeah, exactly. Get that assist to turnover ratio up.
My friends probably will be disappointed with me in this, but three of my favorites. I've got a couple fraternity brothers, Mark Hodo Miller on the football team.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Mike Coban, Pride of Nashville, Tennessee.
There you go.
And Staten Job.
That's cool.
Great walk-on who was pretty good in the late Al Groh era. But that's the jersey collection.
Love it, man. So which one is your favorite out of all of those? Is there a particular one that let's say you only had to keep two of them. Which two are you keeping?
It's probably because I think it's Staples and Dean. It was 10, 11, 12 when they were playing. Like, you're really first old enough to appreciate sports. And those mid to early 90s teams, I guess with Staples kind of going into the late 90s, were just awesome. I mean, I don't understand. Everyone knows how great they were in 95, like making the Elite Eight, but they didn't do as well the next couple of years. And those teams were stacked with talent. But those two, I think, the childhood icons, definitely my favorites.
Are any of those real, like game-worn jerseys, or no?
They all are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I would
awesome.
assume. I mean, they've got the last names on there, the patches. And it sounds like from Ty, they didn't have, multiples of the same color jerseys. It was pretty limited. So, it's about the only way an unathletic fan can get that close to the game is through the jersey collection.
I was gonna say, Fresh, what was your jersey? So what happened with your jerseys at the end of your career? Did you keep them?
I got a blue, a white, and old school orange, and the satin orange, like the Curtis one you showed before.
Yep.
5,
mm-hmm.
Which is my favorite. So I have that one somewhere here, which I can't find. The white one I gave to my mom, and my little brother Gus stole it. So that's he's on Jeff Jones' staff right now at Old Dominion. So he's got that. I gave
Did
Tom
you get
Hensley.
the missing one back from the Smithsonian? Being alone, I made one check.
No, I try to keep that low. And my white one, that's my white one. Then my blue one, I gave to Tom Hensley. And
that's
my
great.
Orange one, I have no idea. Maybe my dad. I don't know.
And then what about the rest? What about the rest? Every year you had them, right? So what happens at the end of the year?
No idea. And legally, we weren't allowed to get them then. I think we tried to steal them all the time. But we couldn't. You had to give them back in, otherwise you don't get to play the next year or some shit.
Wow.
I think some guys were better at that than others.
Yeah. And then Ty called in and confirmed that, and at least in the NBA, it's pretty much unlimited game jerseys. But at UVA, he got, I think, 2.
Right. It's amazing.
2 total.
But those guys had to have like 20.
No, he said he didn't. And they put the patches, like when they went to the Final Four, they just took their regular season jersey and put a patch on it. So it's just still one jersey for the year. So it's not like he had 50 of them that he could cycle through, which I find fascinating.
That's what like
a missed opportunity to ask Ty is I've always wondered how the shoes work. Like they're, at least the UVA players, seems like they're switching out shoes on a almost game-to-game basis. And I just wonder, like, how do you break them in? You know, seems like you wouldn't wear a fresh pair for a game. Always wondered the shoe breaking in process when they're seem to be sporting all the hot styles.
Yeah, we used to always take them outside of U-Haul on the pavement and just drag our feet. You know, a brand new pair, just drag our feet on the pavement to get them ready, and then you go.
Get them broken in a little bit.
Yeah, the other guys, some guys like to play. They like to play in brand new shoes.
Yeah, I think everybody's different. Like I know the equipment guy has a bunch of them, and they can grab them new. But some people wear the same ones every day, and others bring their own sneakers. And I think as long as they're Nike,
you have a good game in a pair of shoes, and you don't want to change anything.
They're Nike, they can order some stuff.
Yeah.
If they don't have it, if the equipment guy doesn't have them.
I know Malcolm got his on eBay. That's what he told me.
Tyson, he all over the place. You probably know. I do, T-Dubs.
Yeah, I mean, like they would buy them all over, right? And like if there's a certain style they like that fits their foot or whatever, then they just get it. They just order. I think Ronnie orders it for them, or they order it for him or whatever. So I think Malcolm liked the Kobe. I want to say it was the Kobe 7s. And those were like long gone by the time he was playing, and they were like ordering them off eBay, and like they didn't even match the uniforms. And he was just like, "Whatever, I just need this style."
I wonder what the budget, what the shoe budget is. That'd be something fun to find out.
Yeah, we'd have to ask Matt.
It's got to be a lot.
It's got to be a lot. I mean, just their recent post, they said they had like 23 pallets of stuff from Nike and sneakers and coming in just the last few days. I don't know what the difference between like their practice stuff versus the game stuff or whatever. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, my first year we could get with Coach Allen, we could get any kind of shoe we wanted, but it was orange and white.
So what does that mean though? You could just go order it? Like they gave you a catalog, or you had to go through somebody, or you just went to Foot Locker?
The equipment guy was Jeff, and we just say, Jeff, I want Nikes. Maybe they had like 10 pair of each for all of us. I don't know. I forgot. But I know like during Christmas of my first year, I took like 10 pair of shoes back to my hometown and gave them to guys on the junior high school teams. They were all big kids. So I went to the coach. I'm like, I'm going to give all the guys shoes. So fine. I came back to Virginia. They're like, you can't give your shoes away. You know that, right? I was like, whoops.
You're like, I didn't.
I gave them to
borrowing them. They're borrowing them.
I gave them to some needy kids from my hometown, man. They were hooping.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but we had tons. But that was the only year it was like that. After that, it was, 2 pair and good luck or whatever it was.
Oh, appreciate you walking us through that.
Are you gonna wear those shoes behind you?
Absolutely.
Look pretty fresh.
These are the Nike Dunk Championship Edition. I'm gonna buy another pair to keep clean, but I'm gonna wear these.
And I just figured out that Clemson's purple yesterday. Oh, they were blue.
T-Dubs, where are you getting from so easily?
Our sponsor Goat has these are like $300. I mean, they're not cheap. I think they retail for $100 and then they resell for like $300. So
TW's got people.
Goat has several pair.
So Goat is an online marketplace where anyone can sell, but it goes to Goat. They authenticate it, and then then when they ship it out, so you don't actually talk to the buyer per se if you're a seller, or vice versa, right? So Goat is the middleman, which is I think what we would do in the instance of selling game used memorabilia, which we're going to start doing. Which is it'll come to Locker Room Access. We'll verify its authenticity, and then we'll connect the dots.
Do you think Goat Do you think the person says, all right, I paid 100, I'll take 300, and if the goat gets 1,000, they get the money? Or do you have any idea?
No. You get to put it up there for your price. And the goat takes 10. I think they take 13% or something now with all the fees. So you set the marketplace, and they tell you how much it's bought and sold for recently. So you can put 1,000, but if someone else puts 500, yours just won't ever show.
Right.
Or won't show until there's none left, and yours is the highest or lowest price.
I'm gonna have to tell Curtis you have his jersey, Ryan.
That's hilarious. He said tell him that story. You saw Curtis.
Yeah, I right before the last ball at U-Haul, brought the jersey of the game, was waiting outside the McHugh Center, see if I could find Curtis, and I see him, ask him to sign the jersey, and Curtis is like, man, I need to have this jersey. Like, can I have this jersey? And the woman that was with him kind of hit him, and it's like, Curtis, you have enough of these at home. Like, don't take the kid's jersey. And I think I definitely would have given it to Curtis if he had insisted on it, but
nah, man,
I was assured by a contact that he has several at home.
You should just run out or run away.
Like, yeah, hold on.
I'm out, Kurt. Did you tell Ryan we had my buddy was back at a football game, one of Willie Dersh's partners in business, and he was on the hill, and there was a random kid like 5 years ago standing on the hill with a Dersh 24 jersey on. And I'm like, dude, how did you not just go, whatever the price is, we're buying that thing. He's like, I didn't even think about it. I just wanted to get a picture.
Willie's one of those guys. I'd love to pick up one of his Weekend Willie. But I'm glad there's a youth in Charlottesville supporting the old school.
Yeah.
They have no idea.
Wow, and you even know it's Weekend Willie, huh? That's great.
Because I'm one of your 7 Twitter followers. Been seeing your use of the hashtag.
Yo, 165, bro.
Yeah, it's growing.
It's growth.
All right, so walk us through this stuff on the back while you're at it. Walk us through this stuff on the back of your wall. What do you got there? You got I can see it. I can see some kind of newspaper clipping from was that Daily Progress?
You got I'm trying to find the video. Yeah, this is the baseball national championship. I went to Omaha in 2014, where we lost Vanderbilt. It's my dad's 65th birthday. We lost, but it was awesome to be there. And then won the next year, and that's a cool story about UVA. How baseball was on the chopping block. Thinking about getting cut, and then O'Connor comes and just makes us into a baseball power. So that was awesome. I think the only sporting event I've cried at was up here, the 2014 ACC tournament. Seeing Joe get that one was awesome. So have shirt photo from the game, the tickets. This guy right here, it's a picture of Scott Stadium when the football team beat number 4 Florida State in 2005. One of the coolest experiences I had at UVA was working as an intern in the football recruiting office. That was when texting was allowed, so get to take coach's number and just have text conversations with some of the prospects, like as if you were the coach, just checking in, hey, how are you doing? But then at graduation, they gave me the photo with coach had signed it. Probably one of my treasured possessions. Awesome opportunity to just contribute a very tiny bit to one of the UVA sports that I followed.
Sure.
I guess I don't know if we have time for a side note, but another cool experience there. I was a small recruiting office intern. Coach Groh didn't know my name or anything, but I remember one morning walking into the office at probably 7:30, and Coach Groh's just drinking coffee in the coach's little break room. And I just asked him, hey, Coach, how are you doing this morning? And his response was, I'm the head football coach at my alma mater. This is where my family lives. Like, this is an amazing day in Charlottesville. And it wasn't, I thought he was just going to say, hey, good morning, how are you doing? But, like, that was something that I'll always remember. Pretty cool little moment there. The giant baby is ESPN, the magazine for a program is born when Georgia State started their football program in 2010. I I actually went to Georgia State to work in their athletics department and go to law school at night during that time. So got to work with Coach Curry pretty closely. He's former NFL player, coach at Georgia Tech, Kentucky, and then Georgia State. His son was on the football team at Virginia.
Oh yeah, Bill Curry.
His daughter went to UVA,
Yeah.
and I think just being a UVA graduate just seemed to connect us a lot better. We always got along great. He's nice to everybody, but signed ESPN the magazine. And another photo way in the corner is Jay Billis kind of photobombing my dad and I at an ACC tournament in Greensboro. I think we lost early that year. But super cool experience. And then just take these off the wall. My only foray into graphic design was while at Georgia State. Georgia State means basketball. Georgia State basketball means business advertisement that ran in the alumni magazine. Got it signed by Coach Barnes and won some type of NCAA award for athletic marketing.
That's cool.
2001 National Coach of the Year at Ole Miss. Then came to Georgia State. I think he's at Cal State Bakersfield right now. And then got a photo of a young Ryan with John Harris at the Herman Moore Sprint Celebrity Golf Tournament.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Big John. John's a good dude.
Large man. It was crazy. He was drafted, I don't remember what, like 8th, I think, overall. In a move that just surprised everyone because, I mean, he was a great player, but I don't think anyone saw him going inside the top 10 or, that early in the first round. But good for him. Awesome UVA football player.
Yeah, he definitely had all the measurables. I guarantee you that.
So we're going to have one special guest joining, Grant Kersey. He is going to show us a couple of his while we're on this topic. So Ryan has a crazy game jersey collection. So he was asking about sneakers earlier, and I was like, oh, great. Well, maybe Grant can jump on and show us a couple.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Ryan? Nice to meet you.
Grant, good to see you.
You too. How's everything?
I mean, all things considering, great. I couldn't, COVID or non-COVID, couldn't ask for more than chatting UVA hoops with this distinguished panel of
I don't know about that part.
It's not a bad way to pass the time. That's not bad. All right, yeah, so like T-Dub said, he just texted me, and I don't know, my mind went straight to 2 sneakers. I would say the first would definitely be these Jordan 1s. These are the ones I wore during the national championship game. And I'm always, like, extra cautious with my sneakers, but, like, these got a little scuffed because, we had to jump around and celebrate. So I figured if they're going to get scuffed, they might as well get scuffed at celebrating the national championship.
Somebody customized those for you?
Yeah, so these were done by Bailey Mincer. And she put the Kids Next Door character on there just because it was a cartoon I grew up watching as a child. And then she put the fingers as 1-3 because I was number 13 that season. So it's just a cool little touch. But, yeah, she did a really good job on these.
Beautiful.
It's crazy. And then
that's the one who owns Mincer's on the corner.
Yeah, her family.
Yeah.
So she's done a couple shoes for me. She did some Air Maxes as well. And then actually the second pair of Air Maxes that I was about to – that brings me into these ones. These are the ones that she just made me. So I haven't worn these yet, but she did a Kobe custom. So she got this one with number 24 and then the other one with number 8.
Sick.
Yo, I like those a lot.
To pay
Those are
tribute.
sick.
I mean,
You owe me something, don't you, Grant?
I do. I got them. Don't worry.
You got me.
Yeah, so those are
Grant Bieber. Grant Bieber with the hair, yo.
Yeah, I'm getting a cut tomorrow.
Nah, let it go.
Hey, I might try something new. See what
Cow
happens.
guy. Cute cow guy.
Exactly.
Another idea for the locker room access store would be to get some players to like customize shoes. I don't know if they're that artistic, but at least come up with a design. Get a actual artist to customize it. Limited runs of former player creative shoes.
Yeah.
Spitball in here.
We could just let Grant do everybody's shoes and just say it was Kyle.
Just let me take over the shoes.
It'll just be Grant.
From Mincer's.
Exactly. Yeah,
And the question we had was, you have a bunch of practice jerseys. How did the practice jersey thing work? You get to keep one or two a year? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, so, I mean, the guys get a couple each year, and it just so happened sometimes there's, like, extra gear, and we have, like, a manager's draft, and it just so happened I got, like, Isaiah's and I got Devin's just because I thought they were cool to have. And then since then, I was like, oh, this is the perfect thing to, like, hold on to. And so since then, like, once guys graduate, I always just keep one of their practice jerseys because they have a ton added up over the course of all the years that they've been in school. So then
That's awesome.
So I just get, like, Jax, Momdies, Ty, Drake. I mean, whenever Braxton, whoever graduated, I was just like, yo, you got to leave me a practice jersey added to the collection.
Another question. I've always imagined that buried deep under the JPJ, there's like a vault where they just keep a lot of old jerseys and Paul Tudor Jones and maybe one other person. Do you know anything about, what the university keeps?
I do not. I know that would be Matt Altoff. I think he has all the jerseys, but when guys graduate, they get to take with them all their jerseys. So I think it kind of depends on what guys have picked up and what guys still need to be picked up, and they're still there. So
that would be like at the jersey sales, you would always see guys that left early. Like you would see Silva Landisberg's jerseys. You would see guys that always like left the program either on bad terms or like left early that didn't get all theirs. So like you're never going to see a senior that stayed for 4 years because like they're going to take all the jerseys with them because all top has the other guys. Like you find the Landisbergs and guys like that at the jerseys.
That's exactly right.
So no. Sorry, my dad was telling me it was dinner time.
That's awesome.
Perks of being back at home, 30 years old because of COVID. So.
Then, what is your plan with your jerseys, Grant? Are you gonna do a framed wall when you man cave style? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I got them all. I got all the jerseys, and I got them all to sign them. Just because I thought it was something super unique. And
yeah, that's dope. That's crazy.
Just keep it. So yeah, that's the plan. Frame them, put them up in the man cave one day. Just have them all in a row.
You got to wait at least 5 more years to get through your run of TikTok videos, recreation. So don't frame them like tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Got to have them in case I need
You might need those.
Exactly.
For the next.
That's for my man Fresh down there.
What up?
Fresh, you understand TikTok yet?
Me and you, G. Nah, I just let you do my TikTok show.
All right, I got you.
I send all my friends.
Fresh has the waterfront view in the big city. That looks nice.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. I'm in Jersey City, so it's better to be outside of the city because you can look in. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the city, you're looking at the area I live in.
So it's only a 15-minute subway ride for you to get home. That's amazing.
And no, it's actually 5.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, the ride is 5, but yeah, I got to walk and shit, but whatever.
Wow, that's impressive. Well,
yeah.
Anyway, we appreciate you jumping on and showing off your collection, Ryan.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
We'll put this up on YouTube. If you can send me photos of each of them too, that'd be great. Then I'll put them up also as a slideshow.
No Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, you can do it. Let's do it.
Of course you
gotta do it.
Huge. I mean, my first point is Mount Rushmore has 4 people, and that's the way it should be because Ralph just needs to be on it. So it's like Ralph's up there, and then you got your 4. So I refuse to give Fresh a hard time with letting people have 5 because I think Ralph's just head and shoulders above.
He gets it.
I mean, Ralph's the mountain, right? It should be Mount Sampson who gets 4 up there.
Ralph 4.
And Don Staley probably.
Yeah, Don's close.
It's unfair.
This is the first reverse inquiry we've had on the Mount Rushmore. Let's go, Ryan.
Trying to grow you a little bit, but obviously Ralph, Brian Stith. I think I've heard Fresh say "be nice" like over 1,000 times in these podcasts, and I like it. I mean, he was right when I first started being old enough to know what basketball was. I barely remember Fresh. Dawn Staley. Like, I think y'all have mentioned trying to put her on, but like I don't know that everyone realizes just how nuts she and that basketball team were. Like, one over
Final
4 NCAA tournaments, 3 Final Fours. I think still the only player that has been the championship MVP without winning the national championship.
Yeah.
Like a legend.
I mean, and the stuff she did on the court, it was just next level. No, people weren't doing the things that she was doing. It was a great show.
It was fun. I remember we'd go to an occasional women's game, and the entire men's team or a bulk would be almost front row. Just the fan sport was pretty crazy.
Hey Ryan, wait, you might be in trouble here. You said you don't remember me because you were too young. Dawn's a year older than me, right? So if you remember going to Dawn's games, you remember coming to my games.
In fair, we were back in the time of like AM radio, very little TV. So Dawn's accomplishments were being
I get it.
Spoken from the mountaintops. It's like,
I get it.
Dougie, that leads me to ask you a question. I'm sorry to interrupt, Ryan. That leads me to ask you a question. We understand how humble and modest you are, right? So I want to ask you this. Do you really believe that Dawn Staley was better than you are?
In basketball?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, she wasn't better. But she was like, yeah, I mean, she's done better with basketball than I've done in basketball. How's that?
Well, there's a difference. You guys play in different leagues.
No, we used to play together all the time.
Okay, and who was better?
No, I was better. I was, that's what it is.
All right.
I
just want to, for me to understand, that I would be taken aback if you had a different answer, Dougie. If you said she was, knowing how humble you are.
No. We used to joke about it all the time.
All right.
I think that would be 3. I think the next is a nod to a few players, but like Curtis Staples, I think that gets Burrow, Dean, Corey Alexander. Like when Curtis was playing and getting close to the NCAA 3-point record, and they had the 3-point tally on the 3 tubas in the pep band, which is another awesome story. Having that pep band before the marching band, and they kind of ripped down the number as he got close. I remember being at the game when he got the record and the place went nuts. I feel like, or maybe it was right after. Not sure if that was home or road, but like that was super cool, and I think he gets a lot of those. I think before this podcast started, and Ty said he's going to hook it up with the Suns practice jersey, I was going to say Joe Harris. I feel like, I felt like he was country when country wasn't cool. Was one of the 6 shooters that came here and took a chance on Tony, and like without Joe, you may not get Malcolm, Ty, Kyle, DeAndre, but I think now it's got to be Ty. He'll be number 5, national champion, just stone cold.
You don't get a ton. I'm surprised you don't get as much Ty because of the big 3, I guess. I don't know. I'm always surprised people don't say Ty.
I think a lot of older school guys think you need to have played 4 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes they think about it that way. Nothing against. They don't think you should have stayed in college, obviously. So I think people just look at the criteria.
Yeah, they just think he didn't get the full 4 years, so you can't compare stat wise. I don't know. I kind of get it, but national title though.
Yeah, that's
what we dreamed of.
We don't get him without him.
To do a more fresh style Mount Rushmore when Fresh is on, I think it'd have to be like Fresh, Raleigh Harbor, the walk-on bartender, who was like amazing. Chesley Watson, Josh Hare, and Douglas Freeman's own, my high school Colin Ducharme, Madman. So those would be the
nice.
Non-basketball.
I like Josh Hare. That's awesome.
All right, I'll put it on Phil. Phil, what's your UVA Mount Rushmore? We've never talked about this.
My UVA Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
I think I agree with the Ralph Sampson doesn't even need to be put on there, right? So you just skip him. So I guess for like when I was around watching UVA basketball, not like before me.
Right.
But I don't really care about those old guys as much. No offense to anyone in the room, but
that's messed up. I'm coming for you, homeboy.
I'll start with like my earliest like memories is the Singletary and J.R. Reynolds, but I obviously put Singletary on there. Like that was my first kid I remember. Like, oh, I have to go. I remember being so excited to go to the CBI tournament just to watch Sean Singletary play more. Like, I was like, that tournament is a joke. It cost like $5 to get in, but I was so excited to Sean again.
Do you remember the pick 6 steal against ODU to win the game?
Yeah. Of course I remember that. That was insane.
I don't want to sidetrack this.
Yeah. Sean, then the more current guys. I think if Sylvan Landisberg didn't in the way it did, I think he was going to be right up there. He was incredible. And then the current guys, I mean, obviously Joe is just like, it doesn't get much better than Joe Harris. And then I think my favorite player to watch at UVA of all time has to be Mike Scott.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he's not on your list, I'm going to be shocked.
I love Mike Scott. I have an insane card collection of Mike Scott. Like I am obsessed. Mike Scott was the guy. Like that was, those teams weren't always the best, but he was going out and he was going to score 25 points every night. Like it was crazy. So do I need one more?
Yeah, yeah, and his tattoos are wild now. And then Justin Anderson, because he helped give me a job, so he can put up.
He should be first.
I like it.
Yeah, he really should be first.
Well,
he should be right under Ralph.
Yeah. I'll try to go in chronological order. So,
all right,
Justin,
give you a pass.
Phil,
what job did he get you?
Yeah, where's Malcolm at on your list?
See, I don't know why.
Or London.
I don't know why, but Malcolm he's amazing, but he didn't like excite me because he's not exciting, right? He's just Malcolm. He's just a solid, amazing. Does it? But like when I was a kid and like even like when I was in college and stuff like that, I was never like, oh, I can't wait to go like watch Malcolm pass great and shoot. Like I want to see someone dunk and like I want to see Mike Scott throw the ball up to himself and dunk it on a fast break. Like,
yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like Malcolm obviously has done amazing things at UVA and done all that stuff. So like he's probably better than all of those players. Not all of them, but those players I listed. But he's just not as, for my personal like Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that Jeff Jones put Malcolm on his Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, without hesitation.
Yep.
If you just
no explanation needed.
If you just go by skill, and like what he did at UVA and like his numbers and everything, he's probably got to be on there. But for me personally.
Yeah, it's your list. You need to do what you
it's my list. It's like it's who I am.
That's the best part.
And your formula is so unique.
Yeah, I like
Anderson.
Yeah, that's my guy.
No, it depends. It depends on what kind of job he got you. By the way, I wouldn't just be going nuts about that.
He's still in the same industry.
Phil, if you put me on your Mount Rushmore, I'll get you a job, bro. I like it.
You might be cleaning the windows as cars come through the Lincoln Tunnel.
I'll put you to work.
Yeah. So, we talked about it before you got on. He helped me get a job at Panini that we make sports cards memorabilia. So like we do all like the autograph cards of all the memorabilia cards, like the trading cards. It's basically like tops and upper deck.
Yeah, upper deck.
We're the exclusive. We have the exclusive rights to the NBA. NCAA.
All right, so for all the UVA fans out there, Phil, you're talking to thousands of them. What should they be collecting from Panini, from UVA guys? What is the card they should be collecting?
I think right now DeAndre Hunter cards are very undervalued. So I think he would be a good guy to be collecting. Don't collect Ty Jerome because I've been collecting him because I think his cards are going for way too cheap right now.
How much are they going for?
Not enough. They need to be going for more because he hasn't been playing a lot and no one's been playing a lot. So his stuff.
What's DeAndre going for?
It all depends. It just depends on the card. He's got some that sell for a couple $500 and some that sell for not a whole lot and everywhere in between. Everyone's really high on like the silver prisms right now. And
what is the one that what's the one that you told me is the best National Treasure?
The National Treasure rookie patch autograph. That'll be Ty's best card. So like, you know how LeBron said he bought his exquisite RPAs, his rookie patch autographs. The equivalent to what we make, because we're not Upper Deck, it would be a National Treasures or flawless rookie patch autograph. So
what's the company?
Panini is what I like. But the card of Ty. Yeah,
National Treasure.
His National Treasures patch autograph.
And what's a good price? What's a good price for a Ty Jerome one? Not to put you on the spot. Like $200, $500, $100.
I'm not sure what he's been selling for. I work football, so I'm not as up to date on it. But if there was one that you wanted to like buy, that's the one. Like, if you have enough money to put on it, either that or the silver prisms. If you're a lower collector. The Ty silver prisms only sell for a couple $, and those can be, if he starts playing well and like killing it, then those cards can go crazy prices. Like the Zion Silver Prism sell for a couple $1,000 just to put in.
Wow.
So the fact that it ties for a couple bucks, if he just starts playing better, like he's going to, then like they should go up in value as well.
Should try to buy in bulk.
I'll get some playing time. I'm gonna find Monty Williams and have a long, hard conversation with him. No,
yeah.
Just kidding. So Danny Alter, who's a UVA alum, who Dougie is good friends with and I'm good friends with, he always gives me things. He always gives me cards and whatever. And Danny gave me these cards.
Mm-hmm.
You can see them?
Yeah, the giveaway ones. Yeah, at the stadium. Those are awesome.
Okay, and he gave me these cards. These are, I guess, for giveaways too. The what's the company you work for? Virginia Cards.
Cavalier Sports.
Cavalier Cards, right? He gave me these, like Frankie in that year, and then also he gave me a bunch of these.
Get those.
He gave me, I don't know, this is Prism.
Yeah, so that's Mosaic. So that's one of our newer basketball brands.
And then this one too, if you can see it. This is a different one.
Layer.
This is my favorite one though. I mean, like, I don't know which Panini this one is. It says it's going for $50. I thought that was pretty good. I was like, ooh.
Oh, that's one of our that's one we do. That was one for I think a promotional pack was what that one was from.
All right, shameless plug for myself. I'm sorry. This is my favorite one because one of the Prism ones says, and I think I held this one up already, or two of the Prism ones that Danny gave me. My buddy Danny gave me. This one, and you could tell me, maybe I showed this one already. But on the back, there's a little write-up, right? Sorry if the light's in your eyes. And it reads, the son of two college basketball players, Jerome seems destined from birth to star on the hardwood. His father even gave Destiny a helping hand shortly after the guard was born. When he came home from the hospital, put a basketball in his crib, and everybody thought it was crazy, said his pop's Mark.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Fire.
On the back of the card.
Nice.
That's sweet.
So you frame it with on the backside up, right?
Right.
You give me way too much credit, T-Dubs. They're still in the plastic that Danny gave me.
Still needs to get you a second one so you can frame both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah,
I'll
that
get
might happen. Somebody would definitely do that for
I'll send you a bunch of Ty Jerome cards. We have a bunch at the office. Whenever I get back to Dallas, that's where our headquarters is. Whenever I get back there, we have some that we can send out to you for
orders
in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So that's why when Justin was playing with the Mavericks, he helped me because he wanted me. I lived with him for 6 months until he got traded. So we were roommates for a little while, and then when he went to Philadelphia, I watched his dog for forever.
The story gets weirder and weirder, Phil. I wouldn't tell anymore.
I was his dog sitter.
T-Dub sounds like locker room access and Ryan need to take a trip out to Dallas.
Yeah, I think so.
Road trip to Dallas, Ryan.
There you go.
Tell me when and where.
Dougie, that'll be a blast with you.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like,
you know what happened to me the last time I was in Dallas?
Do we want to know?
Edit.
Publicly?
Edit. I spent a night in jail.
Love it.
Why am I not surprised, Dougie?
Yeah.
1993, right out of college. Racist
Can't
cops.
escape the long arm of the law.
I love it.
I'll tell you guys a story. It's actually fucking hilarious.
Are you not allowed in the city anymore? You're banned from going back?
Nah, I kind of lied because I did go back to a wedding there, and I was worried about it, but I think it was a misdemeanor. So I was kind of worried. Am I allowed to go back or not?
Wait. You think it was a misdemeanor?
Had to be, dude. It's the most embarrassing reason ever to go for jail for, by the way.
I love
and
it.
Everybody on this podcast except for Grant has done
it. That's great.
I still consider Grant a minor, so I can't talk about him.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Oh, we'll end the podcast on that note. I'm going to stop recording.
Sorry.
Appreciate it, guys.